Good morning. Okay, so look at this. This market has been on fire for the past past 5 sessions. We've been one-time framing up, and it looks like it's accelerating to the upside instead of grinding higher. Look at this couple days. We had from the open immediately rallies, which then continued and then left a bullish imbalances. The one from this session we already repaired, and then now yesterday we left another one with the target at 78.92. And now overnight we're trading above the session from yesterday. So for today I'm looking pretty much at the same thing as yesterday, right? So opening with a gap up, can we fill the gap? Yesterday, if you look at the overnight session, look how similar it was. So we barely tested down just a little bit, and then we just kept going during RTH, never looked back, never filled the gap. So now we have a gap here, we have a gap here, we have 3 sets of single prints in this session, and we have 7 sets of single prints in this session. This is telling us that there was a lot of traders caught off guard. They got squeezed, and the reason why I always say that I don't want to short all-time highs is because imagine if you were if you were getting short here, you thought, okay, well, maybe we get here, we pull back, we make another leg down, but then you wake up the next day, then you see this day. If you didn't close here, then you got the next day, you're like, okay, now it has to pull back. If you're stupid enough to still hold your positions, then you are forced to close, to cover, right? So you have to buy. So then that causes even more of a squeeze, and then plus whoever's chasing this move. And if you still haven't closed your shorts, then you're really in trouble. So now you're thinking, okay, well, if it pulls back, we might see a dip opportunity. So buyers are waiting. Shorts that are caught off guard, they're buying at every dip that they can because they want to get out of the positions. So it creates a feedback loop, or whatever you want to call it. So if we start coming down, unless we see very strong sellers, we're likely going to still see some dip buyers, right? But eventually all this poor structure has to be cleaned up. Well, it doesn't have to, but it will likely get cleaned up, and we might trade in this area. It might happen very quickly if it does, but keep an eye on this. But so far there's no signs of this rally stopping, so I'm still looking for dip buyers to be in control. The first thing is, as usual, right? Like long inventory correction, look for the gap fill to yesterday's high. If we start trading inside the gap, the target is the overnight low. If we hold below the overnight low, then the first target is the first set of single prints, at which point I would look for a reversal. But if we start trading inside the single prints, then we might see a value area sweep, and then a cleanup of all these single prints to retest back in here, which is the 6th set of single prints, and then that coincides with a weekly VWAP, so, and the 7700 area, so, and the previous all-time high. So we might see a retest here and then a bounce back. So we're way far from that. so far. So let's take it one step at a time, see what happens. We do have some news at 9:45. We have PMI services. 10 a.m. we have ISM PMI. So those two could give us a push in whichever direction, either if it's to continue the rally or to pull back and to fill the gap, or if we're inside the gap, to push lower. But so far, nothing that says sell this market, other than you could have a very small risk, but you can take this trade a million times, and we keep, if it keeps going higher, you just gotta pick your spots. You gotta wait until you see some signs of sellers. We're gonna see even volatility still going up. We are not seeing sellers, so that's something to keep an eye on too. If volatility stays bid, then eventually we're gonna see a shift down. We want to watch the ticks also, which are very positive today, and we want to watch the internals. I watch ADSPD for ES. If ADSPD stays high, that to me is a sign that this market is not ready to come down. So I want to see this starting to move down, and also in Q, which I haven't gone over it yet, but yesterday I was looking at that 90-day point of control, and we moved above it. Huge gap, also huge move, and overnight we almost got to the 30,000. Probably before this market starts pulling back, we might see that a test above that 30,000. And also look at NQ. I mean, like, all-time highs are right here, and we could see that in the next couple of sessions, if not today. It could be today. Who knows? Just let's watch the open, see what happens, and good luck with that. Crude still accepting prices lower, so what I would say is watch that 77 low volume node. If we get back above it, then we could see a move back through this distribution and retest above 80. Gold today is on fire. Silver too was pretty bullish. At one point it was up 4% overnight, but after spending a lot of time accepting in this area, not being able to hold too much below that 4,000, now we're seeing a move up. So if we get back above 4,300, then 44.20 will be the next area to watch, and then some resistance at that 200 moving average. Okay. Good luck.